Just a few hours ago, McGregor posted a photo on social media, showcasing himself in good spirits at a medical office. However, the post was devoid of any comments, leaving fans speculating about his current condition. Despite the optimistic demeanor in the photo, rumors of a potential injury issue for McGregor are gaining traction. The absence of concrete information has led to a growing sense of doubt among fans regarding the likelihood of the fight proceeding as planned. We can only assume that Conor doesn't have a big problem. However, there are still rumors about a potential injury issue for Conor. However, many fans still believe less and less every day that the fight will actually take place on June 29th as planned. Terms like "there is hope" and "positive moments" are no longer enough to reassure the MMA community. If the fight does get postponed, the UFC will face the challenge of maintaining the event's momentum. They may need to find a worthy replacement or reschedule the bout to ensure fans remain engaged and satisfied. One proposed solution is to alter the status of the event. For example, a week prior, a major tournament is set to take place in Saudi Arabia, featuring high-profile fights such as Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev and Sergei Pavlovich versus Alexander Volkov. This event, brimming with star power, could be elevated to numbered status, with UFC Fight Night rescheduled for a later date. However, the big question is how exactly the issue of television broadcasts will be resolved, if the rights have already been purchased. The second option, finding a new opponent for Michael Chandler. If McGregor is forced to withdraw, the UFC may need to find a new opponent for Michael Chandler. While Chandler stands to lose out financially without the lucrative McGregor fight, he has expressed interest in facing Max Holloway for the BMF title. Chandler has stated, "Do I want to fight Max for the BMF belt? 100%. Max is a real gangster. I would be happy to have the opportunity to meet him in the future."
It's Michael Chandler here. To all my people in the Kafkas region, Ossetia, I'm here getting after it. Coach Saeed, we are putting together an awesome game plan for this fight. Thank you guys for the support. God bless. I'll see you at the top.
However, whether Holloway would agree to a fight on such short notice remains uncertain, especially given his recent grueling bout against Justin Gaethje at UFC 300. In the event that Holloway declines, other intriguing matchups could be considered. One possibility is Alex Pereira versus Jiří Procházka. Pereira, known for his willingness to compete frequently, and Procházka, a fighter undaunted by any challenge, would likely deliver an electrifying contest. Another option is a rematch between Alexander Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria. Volkanovski is eager to avenge his previous defeat, but Topuria's recent reluctance to fight Volkanovski in a rematch could be a deal-breaker. So, Dana White will have to urgently decide what exactly to do with this event. He will need to quickly find a top fight to avoid angering the fans. For example, MMA On Point in his X account asked fans, "If Conor McGregor can't make it to UFC 303, what fight do you want to see as the main event?" And in response, there were different proposals. Some have suggested Oliveira versus Holloway or Chandler versus Oliveira. But what do you personally think about all this? If there are fights between Conor and Chandler, what kind of fight would you like to see take place? Share your thoughts in the comments. Over 2 months after Pereira's knockout victory, Jamal Hill expressed his disdain for Pereira's celebration, suggesting he would leave Pereira stiff in a potential rematch. Hill took to Instagram to share his side of the story and said Pereira's celebration was inappropriate and disrespectful, especially given the competitive fire he has shown since returning from a career-threatening injury. In response, Pereira claimed that Hill's pre-fight trash talk and behavior warranted the reaction he received. Pereira suggested that Hill was experiencing the consequences of his own actions and noted that Hill's celebratory criticism was hypocritical given his own behavior. Hill, undeterred, replied to Pereira on social media, warning him to remember their exchange the next time they face off. So, the ongoing feud adds an intense layer to their rivalry, setting the stage for a highly anticipated rematch.
Come on, let's go!
On social media today, Dustin Poirier revealed the extent of his injuries from his recent fight with Islam Makhachev, including a fractured nose, a broken rib, and a partially torn ACL. Poirier confirmed that an inadvertent headbutt from Makhachev caused his nose to shatter, addressing fans' questions and providing clarity on the situation. "Nose is broken bad, rib is broken, and my ACL is partially torn," Poirier posted on his official X account. Responding to a fan who questioned the cause of his nose injury, Poirier replied, "Knee hit my face. It was the headbutt before. It was accidental, but it hurt. In the aftermath of this grueling fight, Poirier is contemplating his future in the sport. Fans reacted to the news by using one word to describe Poirier: warrior. If Dustin Poirier decides to retire, it will mark the end of an era for millions of fans who have admired his incredible career. Poirier's legacy is cemented with numerous historic achievements. He is the only fighter to finish Max Holloway. He is the only fighter who knocked out Conor McGregor. With 22 victories in the UFC, Poirier ranks third in all-time wins, regardless of weight class, and his 15 performance bonuses place him 7th in UFC history. Moreover, his 11 knockout finishes, remarkably even more than heavyweight powerhouse Francis Ngannou, underscore his prowess as a lightweight. Despite his many accolades, the elusive UFC championship belt is the one accomplishment that slipped through his grasp. Poirier made 3 valiant attempts to claim the title, but was thwarted by 3 great champions each time. His career is a testament to resilience, skill, and the indomitable spirit of a true fighter. Should he choose to hang up his gloves, Dustin Poirier will be remembered not just for his victories, but for his heart, determination, and the unforgettable moments he gave to the sport. Former UFC featherweight champion and former rival of Islam Makhachev, Alexander Volkanovski, disagrees with the head of the organization, who stated that Islam Makhachev cannot lead the ranking of the best UFC fighters. Yes, we look at Jon Jones, and we can say that he is the greatest fighter of all time, but to be the best pound-for-pound fighter at the moment, you need to be active. It matters when the last time was, and who you fought, said Australian. Islam has fought some great fighters, and he deserves credit for that. I think he is the undisputed leader in the UFC.
And when you talk about truly, right now, in Islam, I love you, Islam, and everything, the fact that Jon Jones is number 2 on the pound-for-pound list is it just goes to show how stupid. The media votes on that. Then it just goes to show you that they have no idea. They know nothing about this sport. Jon Jones has never lost a fight, ever. And when you talk about what it really means to be pound for pound, Volkanovski moved up, and it was a very close fight the first time. Jon Jones moved up and absolutely decimated the greatest heavyweight that was out there right now. He doesn't go for that arm bar. He beats Francis Ngannou and becomes the heavyweight champion. Jon Jones walked through him like it was nothing. And when you really think about what pound for pound means, Jon Jones is the pound for pound best. Jon Jones has a very dark side to him. And when you talk about who the baddest motherfucker in the world is, I don't know. I think Jon Jones is one of those guys that isn't going to really be appreciated till he's gone. You know, he fights Stipe Miocic, the greatest of all time versus the greatest heavyweight. You see how that plays out if Jon Jones wins and he fights Aspinall, and if he beats Aspinall, it's just like...
Makhachev recently published a photo showing that since 2021 he has fought many times, while Jon Jones has only fought once. Jon Jones, recovering from an injury, plans to defend his title against Stipe Miocic this November at UFC 309 in New York. If he beats Stipe, then I think he will further solidify his name as one of the greatest fighters in UFC history. Volkanovski is also confident that his next fight in the featherweight division will be for the belt.
Been talk and maybe coming from you that you wanted to fight against Dustin, like going back up to lightweight.
Yeah, I made it pretty clear. Like, obviously, my next fight at featherweight will be for the title. It's just the timing. Obviously, I wanted to wait, so I don't know exactly what plans, because I haven't been hounding the UFC. Just sort of been taking it easy. So I don't know if they've got plans. I know for a fact that my next fight is for the title, but whether something happens before that, and if that's the case, does that mean I'm waiting too long? That's where I'm like, well, if that is the case, we don't know. If that is the case, all right, maybe a Dustin Poirier would be an incredible fight. Obviously, he's a good dude. We've got a lot of respect for each other. Big name, very fun fight. So that's something that's why I just thought, put feelers out. So you never know. I mean, I'll put a few more feelers out. Conor McGregor, Chandler, whatever. Lightweight division looks good.
Also, Islam Makhachev says that if he had a choice, he would choose to fight Conor McGregor over Arman Tsarukyan.
Если выбирать между Макгрегором и Арманом Царукяном, с кем бы ты выбрал бой?
Ну, если быть честным, если выбирать, конечно, в плане и в медийном плане, и во всех планах Макгрегор был бы поинтереснее. Но я не думаю, что даже его следующий бой состоится, потому что мы видели недавнее видео там, и вот недавно пресс-конференция у них отменилась. Не думаю, что он сможет выйти вообще на бой.
А если все-таки сможет?
Если сможет, думаю, тоже. Мое мнение, что Чендлер выиграет, потому что он более сфокусирован, тренируется, более голоден, наверное, тоже.
Merab Dvalishvili also promised to knock out Sean O'Malley.
For sure, I want to knock him out in like striking. I want to prove, and I want to make proud Mexico, and then I'm trying to more Mexican style boxing, dog style, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna test, you know, let's see. He has a big reach, but I think I have more.
That's all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We will be very grateful for your support.